Today we got to hear the beautiful big Phil's. He's been bench pressing, can you tell? Welcome, my friends, to our very first look at Forza Motorsport. It's just called Forza Motorsport. Without further ado, let me show you the trailer.
World premiere.
So there she is, looking beautiful and new and fresh. The first thing you'll notice is this big garage area where we've got the very similar style to Forza Motorsport 7 and 8, where we have this calendar-style events. It seems like it's going to be very similar to the last two games. Unfortunately, that's basically all the information we have. Other than, there's no release date. It's coming at some point. It's in early development. It's got ray tracing, which all games will have for the next generation, or most of them, and it's available to play in 4K 60. Now, we knew this would probably be the case because it was possible to play the old game in 4K 60, but the trailer is up on their official channel in 4K 60 if you are inclined to have a little sneak peek. But unfortunately, no gameplay other than this trailer. The trailer's what we get. The trailer is as it is. That's it, my friends. That's it. So what do we have to go off here? It looks brilliant. Now, all of this, the problems we have to take it a little bit of a grain of salt. I'm very excited for how this is looking because obviously they took an extra year of development. But what's weird is it's still early development is what they say. I'm not exactly sure where in the heck they're in development with this game. Did they scrap it and start again? I'm not so sure because they've had an extra year to develop. In this whole time, what have they been doing is the question. Anyway, I guess they did spend a little bit of extra time working on the previous game and updating it, but they didn't. They've had longer. I'm very confused about that. Nonetheless, I do still think it's probably going to be a launch window game. If not, that's going to throw off the Forza schedule even more because we usually get a Forza every year, and we haven't had one for last year. What about this year? Where's our Forza game? Anyway, this game looks great. It looks awesome. It's running on the same engine as before, but it's been beefed up and amped up and made to be more powerful, if you will. It looks great. It very, very much looks great. But again, this is in engine. This is an actual gameplay. So it's one of those where it's practically, it's a trailer. It's a trailer. They have these things running on hyper supercomputers. They are technically more realistic than normal cinematics that we see, but it's not really going to give us a big view of what the game is going to be like, which is a shame. Normally this time of year at E3, well, actually earlier than this, we would have seen the game by now, been playing a little bit of a demo by now, and we'd really know that this game was about finished. But this time it's not the case. Of course, the new console, and they worked hand in hand, and It's a little bit different this time. But nonetheless, I'm excited. We've got this and also Gran Turismo coming over onto the PlayStation for the start of the generation. It's probably going to be launch window. If it isn't, I'll be very, very surprised. But it does seem by the name Forza Motorsport. It's another topic we should discuss. Are they just making one motorsport game? Is that it? Is that the plan? Is it going to be updated from this point? Because if so, I am very much for this. Buying one motorsport game for the whole generation, maybe two, but not having to buy another one, and they just update it and add paid content to it maybe every year. There's a big update with some paid content. I would be hugely for that, and I think that's the way that this needs to go. Will this be on Xbox One only? Xbox Series X only, or is it going to also be on Xbox One and PC? As I said, hopefully we do get some more information, but it does actually seem, this is an interesting one, because Microsoft said there's no exclusives on the Xbox platform ever again, which is technically true because it's going to be on PC, but it does state that it's only going to be on the Series X, which is interesting because they've said from time to time again that they're gonna allow it to be on multiple platforms. State of Decay was one of the only other games during the whole event so far that is only on the Series X and PC. A lot of the other games are also on the Xbox One. I'm having to think every time I say the console names, but you get what I mean? Like, it's very interesting that Forza is one of those games that they're actually going to be doing that, because that does mean Horizon is also going to be locked out of it. So if you want to play the next and future Forza games, you either need a good old PC or you need to get that new Xbox. You gotta get it. I'm sorry to bring the bad news to you, but you gotta get that new machine. Of course, there are rumors about them releasing the Xbox Series S, which is why they got rid of the Xbox One X. Got the names right. And essentially, it's basically going to be replacing the Xbox One X, so you'll be able to do the base level stuff. It'll look a bit better than the Xbox One X, but not worlds and leaps ahead like the Xbox Series X. I tell you, the names, they could have... You're already in the right place. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you're new. That's all the info. I am afraid it's a shame, but hopefully we hear more very, very soon, because otherwise I will cry. How about a Fable? Is there a Fable? I don't know. There's not been announced yet. Until next time, peace.